I saw the rainbow on the wall and I was like, it's time to repot some plants. Hello friends, welcome back. Keeping up our December streak, and today's chore is just 2 plants, but it is a task I have been putting off doing, and I've been trying to follow up like something fun with something not so fun. So yesterday I planted my red stuff, which personally I think is very fun. And today we're going to be saving some sad boys that have been in self-watering for far too long. Oops. I feel like I only show sad plants, but I promise you it's just because these are the things that I'm taking care of. They won't be sad forever. This, she's just not loving life down there. She was doing much better up here. The other day I went to Busy Bee and the owner so kindly gave me 2 bags of soil. So what better to do than get 2 very sad plants out of some really old soil and try out some new stuff at the same time. Thank you so much for joining me. Let's take care of some plants. I brought up a bunch of like cups and some pots. I don't know how much these root systems individually for this Xanthasoma is going to be. Oh, there's a car key in there. Hannah said this was very dense soil, so let's find out. The mess making has begun. This is from coast of Maine. Like dog food and cat food where the first ingredient is the primary one. Sphagnum peat moss, composted manure, perlite, aged bark, and fertilizer. Well, it looks and feels really nice. Gotta do a sniff test. Smells like dirt. I'm gonna add a heck of a lot more perlite to this though. Here's our before. You can see it looks really nice. Some nice dirt. Okay, now it looks really good. Our first plant is this Xanthasoma. My brother's name is Linden. This is a Lindenii, so his name's Linden. And he is very sad, so I'm sorry, Linden. And my brother looks and talks just like Moist Critical, Penguin Zero, Charlie, whatever. I swear. When I miss my brother, I go watch Charlie. Okay. This plant has been in this self-watering planter for over a year, or like a year. I put it in there when I got it, and it's been in there since. And I actually did root trimming. Like I cut all of the roots off of it instead of repotting it sometime in the summer. So, whoops, it doesn't look very good. Well, I mean, they look okay, but I even took the wick out of it because it was just like too much. This plant was just too, the roots were too much. Oh, I don't know. Is that a baby? Oh, those are just really juicy roots. Oh, and I just broke one off. Oh, I broke off the biggest hunk. That's unfortunate. I actually do really like these self-watering planters, even if you don't use the wick. And it has like a reservoir situation, so like you can just water straight into it, and then it's really humid around the root ball, and they grow down, and then you end up with like a semi-hydro situation, even with no wick. It's really cool. But also, you end up with this. So let's see if we can surgery them apart. I don't even think I repotted it when I got it. I wonder if there's plugs on it, because this was a Costa Farms plant. I literally just plopped it with some extra soil straight into the self-watering planter. I'm definitely hurting this plant. Oh, and I'm definitely making a gigantic mess. It smells really good. It smells like peat moss though. I think I need to get some water and rinse her off. So we're gonna use this to rinse this off, or to soak it a little bit, I guess. I'm gonna let this soak for a little bit. While that one soaks, I'm going to take care of this other sad one, which you can see in the corner. This is a Calathea Musaica, which got the same treatment as the Xanthasoma. Plopped it in self-watering and forgot about it, and this is what we're looking at. This poor, miserable, I left the wick in this one, you can see it right here. This poor, miserable plant. This is a combination of really badly needing a repot, really hating my tap water. I mean, that's basically it. I water it with straight tap water, and my tap water is atrocious. Our house was built in the late 1970s. We have copper piping, and I did a water test a while back, and I think it was like high in magnesium and phosphates or something. I can't remember. And I'm very particular, so you know what? I don't blame them for being mad. I think the chances of getting all of these roots out of here are pretty much zero as well. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh, you poor plant. Okay. Yeah, we're just gonna say goodbye to it because she's got plenty of roots. She doesn't need these. Let's pull the wick out too. Look at it. That's so much roots. I really do like the self-watering pots, but you can't let them get this awful. Let's cut off anything unhealthy. I almost took everything. I left a very little bit. I'll try to break up this root ball just a little bit. This is some very dense soil too. I definitely, Costa Farms uses like, I mean, I really like it. It's just not great for my environment. Oh my gosh, it's like a little potato. It'll be fun to do an update on this one when she's recovered, because I honestly, I don't doubt that she'll be fine. Like, the amount of roots that she has, she's gonna be like, she's probably like, you're making me work. And I just keep taking more leaves. There's a lot of those little potatoes inside this root ball. I can feel them. Ah! Flinging dirt everywhere. Where's my drink? Don't get in my drink. I think that's about as good as it's gonna get. I'm gonna go wash my hands and grab a pot. Got me a mum pot. It being not so tall will fit in my cabinet, but I want to put it in better too. It looks pretty sad, but just give her time, okay? This is such a vast improvement. I already feel so much better about it. The only reason it's even as I don't want to say healthy, because obviously we are not totally healthy. But the only reason she was even as full as she was is because she was in self-watering, and I only watered it when it was like bone dry. Okay, so this one is now melted, so that was kind of a mistake. I brought another bin up so I could kind of make a mess without hurting them really badly. I wish it wasn't 30 degrees outside so that I could go use the hose. I'm really gonna have to wash my hands after this one. I just don't think I'm gonna be able to get these apart. This is all roots. There's almost no soil here. I didn't expect this to be so difficult. I can't imagine these plants are going to be very happy about this. They're just all so tightly woven together at this point. Let's see if I can break off the baby. Oh, darn it. Nope, we killed it. Okay, so maybe I shouldn't try to separate them. I really wanted one to pull off, or two. I'm sad now. I thought for sure I'd be able to separate them, but they're literally like cemented together. We'll try again. I was hoping we'd at least be able to get one off. Maybe this one. Major regret. Always repot plants from Costa Farms. Always. Never plop them into a new pot without changing their dense soil. Okay, so there's, I think I broke it apart. I know you're separate, sir. Come here. We did it. We got one. We lost a lot of roots and a lot of leaves in the process, but we did it! What a disaster. Exacerbated by how long I waited to do it. My kiddo turns 2 tomorrow. He's the cutest. I am gonna just trim these roots too. I did not expect that to be that difficult. That was crazy. I could probably get this other one off too at this point. Should I go for it? I've already assaulted it. This plant is not gonna be happy. Oh, thank goodness. My hands are disgusting. And you can keep everything you have left except soil. I think with how dense this was, it actually did better in my room where it's much drier and it dried out all the time versus being in the tent. It'll probably be a long recovery for this guy if I had to guess. Oh, this might be propagatable. It's like a hunk. Gonna wash my hands and grab another pot. We got another mum pot. I feel like this guy needs some support. This little piece was in there. It's like a rooted chunk, pardon my nasty fingers. I'm gonna stick it in the Birkin box and we'll see if she grows a new Xanthasoma. I set the 3 Xanthasoma in here. I have to turn this light off in order for them to be here because I feel like that's just gonna make them so mad. They're already gonna freak out. Here's the pink Birkins if you guys are wondering how they're doing. They're doing great. Over here is our Calathea, which I want to go in there, but that is tomorrow's project, so I don't know. I think it just might just stay there for right now. I am a little sad about the state of the Xanthasoma, but we'll see how she does. I'm sure she'll be fine. The Calathea I'm not worried about at all, and it was definitely a lesson for the future. This is gonna go in the Birkin box. Godspeed. By the way, the Birkins in the box are all little red growths all over them, so there. Yes, and I guess that's gonna be it for today. As I said, tomorrow is my son's birthday, so I don't know what tomorrow will look like, but if I slide in with a video at 11:58 p.m., then mission accomplished. As always, I hope my mistakes can be a cautionary tale for someone wiser than I. I definitely wouldn't do that now, but clearly I did it a year ago. I've been meaning to do this particular plant chore for months, to be fair, but I've been really low on soil and trying to like ration it, and they were so low on the priority list that finally 2/3 of the way through the month of December, where I'm trying to get rid of all of the tasks that I need to do for the end of the year, finally they get the attention they deserve. Thank you to the soil from David at Busy Bee. That is all the time I have for today. Thank you so much for watching and hanging out with me. Don't leave your plants in self-watering planters for a year, and I hope you're having a great holiday season. I'll see you probably tomorrow. Bye.
love
plants,
I love every kind of
plants,
I just wanna hug all of them, but I can't hug every
plants.